we were doing the problems, numerical problems in the chapter calorimetry. We will do some more questions on calorimetry, some more numericals, and then the chapter will be over. Okay, this is also the question from the book on page number 268, concise physics, page 268. Question number 6. Now the idea of doing this type of question is that this will be having a hot thing and cold thing, will be bringing them in contact. Maybe hot water is mixed with the cold water. Then hot body will lose heat and the cold body will gain the heat till both the body reach a common temperature, constant temperature. So those type of question we will do. Okay, let us see the question out here. Okay, question says a bucket contains 8 kg of water, 8 kilogram of water at 25 degrees Celsius. At 25 degrees Celsius. So 2 kg of water at 2 kg of water at 80 degrees Celsius. At 80 degrees Celsius is poured into it. Stop. Neglecting the heat energy absorbed by the bucket. Neglecting the heat energy absorbed by the bucket, comma, calculate the final temperature of water. Calculate the final temperature of water. Calculate the final temperature of water. Okay, this is the question. Now you see how we are doing it. We are having two type of thing. One, a bucket is containing water 8 kg at 25 degrees Celsius, and we are having another 2 kg of water is added to it, but 2 kg water at 80 degrees Celsius. That means that water is hot. You can add here. First write hot water we are having over here, and we are having cold water. Temperature of hot water is more, that is 80 degrees Celsius. Temperature of cold water is 25 degrees Celsius. We are mixing this two of them, right? Mixture in between. Mixture will be in between hot and cold, in between them. Temperature of mixture not given, that only we have to find out. Take this as x degrees Celsius. X degrees Celsius or t degrees Celsius. You can write x. Either the symbol t or x we can use. That is, hot water will lose and cold water will gain. So I will be writing the equation like this. From the principle of calorimetry, we mentioned that at least at one place, principle of calorimetry, heat lost by hot water is equal to heat gained by cold water. We make equation here. Heat lost by hot object is equal to heat gained by the cold object. Both the objects are water only, so we will be writing that. Here I will be using the formula. Heat formula is mc theta. This side I write m1 c1 theta 1. Other side I write m2 c2 and theta 2. But c2 is same as c1 because here also we have water. Here also we have got water only. The value of specific capacity of water will be the same. If they are two different type of thing, I let C1 here and I let C2 here. But here the things is same, the substance is same. Here also water, there also water. That's why these two values will be equal, so that we can cancel them. So this thing we may not have to, the value of which we may not have to use. Now we'll put the value. We'll see what is the mass of the hot water. They are saying mass of the hot water is 2 kg, right? 2. Theta 1 is the temperature difference. How to take a temperature difference? From this temperature difference, we will take it this way. This minus this, and out here we will do this minus this. Here I let 80 minus x. 80 minus x. M2, what is the mass of the cold water is given? The mass of the cold water given is 8 kg. So right here 8. Theta 2 will be the temperature difference. X minus this. This minus this. This minus this, and then this minus this. Here we will be writing x minus 25. Now we'll calculate the value of x. 2, 4, so we can cancel. Here we have 80 minus x with 4 multiplied, 4x minus 100. X keep on one side, 100 will come here, so 80 plus 100 is equal to 4x plus x. 180 is equal to 5x. Therefore, 180 divided by 5 is the value of x. At last, we'll calculate the value of x, will come 36 degree. So 180 by 5, the answer is 36 degrees Celsius. One thing to check whether answer is right or wrong, your answer will come anything but between the hot and the cold body's temperature. Between these two temperatures will come. Between, I am not saying exactly in the midway. It will come anything but between 25 and 80. Your answer 36 degrees Celsius is correct. So this type of questions are quite simple. One thing may be unknown. You make equation, one thing may be unknown and you are finding the value of that particular thing. So this is another type of problem which I did just now here. Now we'll do some other type. I have another question from page number 271. From page number 271. 271 now. Question number 7. This is the problem what here. Question says 200 gram of hot water at 80 degrees Celsius. 200 gram of hot water at 80 degrees Celsius is added to 300 gram of cold water. 300 gram of cold water at 10 degrees Celsius. 300 gram of cold water at 10 degrees Celsius. Calculate the final temperature of the mixture of water. Calculate the final temperature of mixture of water. Okay. Again, the situation is similar, so we do it the same way. We are having hot water and we are mixing with the cold water. So first write here hot water. This side will add cold water. And mixture will keep always in between. Temperature of hot water is given 80 degrees Celsius. We write on top of this 80 degrees Celsius. Temperature of cold water given is, initial temperature of cold water is 10 degrees. Write here 10 degrees. Mixture temperature is unknown. This only we have to find. Let this be x degrees Celsius. And we do it the same way. We write here heat lost by hot water equal to heat gained by cold water. So I will be writing same thing, m1, c1, theta 1. Here also write m2. I write c1 only because the water here also we call water. The type of substance is same. We can cancel this one you cancel. Now we put the value. What is the mass of the hot water given in the question? 200 gram. So I write here 200 gram. Theta 1 is the temperature difference. How to take temperature difference? 80 minus x. M2 will be, what is the mass of the cold water given in the question? Mass of the cold water is given 300 gram, right? 300 here. Theta 2 value will come x minus 10. Now we will calculate the answer. 20 cancel. 2 into this multiply, get 160 minus 2x. 3 into this 3x. 3 tens are 30. 160 plus 30 is equal to 3x plus 2x. 190 is 5x. 190 by 5 is the value of x. Therefore, the value of x is coming 38 degrees Celsius. The answer 38 degrees Celsius. Okay. Now we are doing another question. This is question number 9 on the same page. Question number 9. Question number 9. Question number 9. Question says a mass of 50 gram, a mass of 50 gram of a certain metal, a mass of 50 gram of a certain metal at 150 degrees Celsius, at 150 degrees Celsius is immersed in 100 gram of water, immersed in 100 gram of water at 10 degrees Celsius, at 10 degrees Celsius. The final temperature is 20 degrees Celsius. The final temperature is 20 degrees Celsius. Calculate the SHC of the metal. Calculate the specific heat capacity of the metal. Calculate the specific heat capacity of the metal. Right. Given the SHC of water equal to, given the SHC of water equal to 4.2 joule per gram per degree Celsius. Specific capacity of water is given 4.2 joule per gram per degree Celsius. This question is also similar type. We are having hot metal that we are putting in cold water. So let us write first here hot metal. Here we write cold water. What is the temperature of hot metal? We write the value of temperature 150 degrees Celsius initial, right? 150 here. Cold water temperature is 10 degrees Celsius. In the actual question it is given 11 degrees Celsius, but I have changed it, I am taking it 10 degrees Celsius. And mixture I keep in between here, right? Mixture. After mixing, the temperature of the mixture is found to be how much degrees Celsius? 20. So write here 20 degrees Celsius. Now I will make the equation at heat lost by hot metal equal to heat gained by cold water. I will write that first. Now I will be writing the equation here at M1 C1 theta 1. This is M2 C2 theta 2. Don't write C1 again because they are two different things again. This side is metal, that side is water. So I write C1 here and write C2 over here. If they are same thing, then we can add C1 and here also write C1. Same thing we can add. Now we will put the value, and in the equation one thing is only unknown and we are finding the value of that particular thing. What is the mass of the hot metal given in the question? We will check that. 50 gram. So write 50 here. C1 we have to find. Specific heat capacity of the metal, the question is asking to find, we will find that. Theta 1 is the temperature difference. How to find the temperature difference for the metal? 150 minus 20. 150 minus 20. We can directly also write 130. But just now I will show 150 minus 20. M2, mass of the cold water given in the question is how much? 100 grams. So that is 100. C2 value is given 4.2, specific heat capacity of water 4.2, and temperature difference I take 20 minus 10. 20 minus 10. Keep mixture always in between. This minus this and this minus this. Now we will calculate the answer. They write 50 into C1. This will give answer 130, 100 into 4.2, 10. Let us cancel it now. 50 2 times will go. 0 0 will go. We have 13 C1 is equal to 2 into 4.2 will come 8.4. Therefore, C1 value will come 8.4 divided by 13. Divide it out here in the rough and give the answer at least in 2 decimal place. 8.4 divided by 13. So, point will come here first. 13 6 are 78. Remainder is 6. Point is there, so 0 comes here. 13 4s are 52, 8, 0, 13 6 are, so 0.646. That we write it as 0.646 joule, same unit. This and this two will have same unit, joules per gram per degree Celsius or per Kelvin. We can write anyone. So this is the value of C1. That means we can conclude and say now therefore SHC of metal, therefore SHC of metal equal to this value 0.646 joule per gram per degree Celsius. So that is the answer for this question. We'll make equation and on the way one thing is unknown and we are finding the value of that particular thing, and that particular thing is only being asked in the question. They will ask you to find that particular thing only in the question and we will find that. Okay, now we go to another question. Question number 12 of the same page. Question number 12. This was question number 9. So now we are doing question number 12. This was question number 9. So now we are doing question number 12. Okay, I'll explain to you the question. I'll first read the question. Question says the temperature of 600 gram. The temperature of 600 gram of cold water rises by 15 degrees Celsius, rises by 15 degrees Celsius when 300 gram of hot water, when 300 gram of hot water at 50 degrees Celsius, is added to it. What was the initial temperature of cold water? What was the initial temperature of the cold water? What was the initial temperature of the cold water? That is the question. Now, this question says we are having hot water and cold water mixing together. We are mixing hot water with cold water. So let us write first the information, whatever has been given. Right here, hot water here. This side you write cold water. Temperature of hot water in the question given is 50 degrees Celsius. If you read clearly, carefully, 50 degrees Celsius. And mass is 300 gram. Initial temperature of cold water not given. This is unknown. I will take this as X degrees Celsius. Unknown thing is X. Mixture I will keep in between, mixture. Temperature of the mixture, what they are saying, that is not mentioned here, but they are saying the temperature of cold water rises by 15. That means if this is X, then this will be more than, rises by, that will be 15 plus X, 15 plus X degrees Celsius. Temperature of mixture will be anything more than cold thing and less than hot. So 15 degree more, that means rising by 15 degree, that means it is becoming X plus 15 or 15 plus X. We cannot any one. So this is degree Celsius. This is bracket. Now write the information equation. Heat loss by hot water equal to heat gain by cold water. Write the out here M1 C1 theta 1. Here I write M2 C1 only I write. Why? Because this is also water, that is also water. Same thing. These two cancels. Now I put the value. This is about hot water. Mass of the hot water used in the question is 300 gram. Right here 300. Temperature difference. How do we take? We will take it this way. 50 minus this, and this side this minus this I will take. 50 minus this. If you do 50 minus this entire thing, the sign will change, minus 15. Plus will sign will change to minus now, because minus is there with both, minus 15 minus X. Mass of the cold water is given 600. Theta to temperature difference, this minus this, I write within bracket 15 plus X minus X. X and X cancel. Here is 300, this and this will go, 3 2s we can cut. Here the answer is coming 50 minus 15, 35 minus X. We can open bracket. Here it is coming 2 into 15. 2 into 15. 35 minus x is 30. X will go there, 30 will come here. So 35 minus 30 is the value of x. Therefore, the value of x is coming 5 degrees Celsius. That is answer. Therefore, we will conclude this. Therefore, initial temperature of cold water equal to 5 degrees Celsius. Answer. Record this. Now the little different type of question we are doing. In this different type of question, what will happen? I will tell you. We will have the container also. And container is also absorbing heat. Question doesn't say that neglect the heat absorbed by the container. Container also will be absorbing heat. There will be writing heat lost by a hot thing is equal to heat gained by a cold thing plus container or plus the vessel or plus the calorimeter. We will write that. Let us do that kind of question. Then you will get better idea. This is from page number 268. Example 7. Example 7 of page 268 from the book Concise. Page 268. Example 7. I read the question. Question says 40 gram of water at 60 degrees Celsius. 40 gram of water at 60 degrees Celsius is poured P-O-U-R-E-D, poured into a vessel containing 50 gram of water at 20 degrees Celsius. The final temperature of mixture is 30 degrees Celsius. Taking the SHC of water as specific heat capacity, taking the SHC of water as 4.2 joule per gram per Kelvin. 4.2 joule per gram per means G power minus 1 per Kelvin K to the power minus 1. Calculate the heat capacity of the vessel. Okay, that is the question. Now you see the solution how we are going to do this question. Question says 40 gram of water at 60 degrees Celsius is poured into a vessel containing 50 gram of water at 20 degrees Celsius. That means the vessel is containing cold water. So first write a hot water this side. Hot water. This side will like vessel. You can make a vessel which is containing water here. Hot water temperature will bother the temperature value. Temperature of hot water is 60 degrees Celsius. That's 60 degrees Celsius here. Temperature of cold water given is 20 degrees Celsius initial. So we'll add that 20 degrees Celsius. And after mixing it, the temperature becomes 30 degrees. Here we're writing mixture here in between. Mixture will be in between. Mixture. Temperature of mixture is 30 degrees Celsius. Let us make equation right here. Heat lost by hot water equal to heat gained by cold water plus heat gained by vessel plus vessel. We write that vessel. That vessel can be a calorimeter, can be called a calorimeter also. Plus vessel also will mention because vessel also will get heated up. If question says neglect the heat absorbed by the vessel, then we will neglect it. But here we will not neglect because question is asking find the thermal capacity or heat capacity of the vessel. So we cannot neglect. We have to consider vessel also. Here I write the equation m1 c1 theta 1, cold water table at m2 c1 only write. Why c1 I write? Because this is water, this is also water, same thing. Plus for vessel I write m3 c3 theta 2 only I write. Why theta 2 I only I write? Because whatever happens to with this water, same thing will happen to the vessel, same thing will happen here. That means temperature difference for this water and the vessel will be the same. Now we cannot cancel c1 c1 out here because there is a plus sign over here. So we have to put the value and simplify, solve it. One thing, something will be unknown there and we are finding the value of that particular thing only. What is the mass of the hot water given in the question? We'll check that. 40 gram. So write 40. C1 value is given 4.2. Theta 1 is temperature difference. I'll take this 60 minus 30. I'll take that. 60 minus 30. M2, mass of the water in the vessel, or that mass of the cold water given is 50 grams. So I'll add 50 gram. This is water only, so C1 value is 4.2. Temperature difference will be 30 minus 20, and directly you can add 30 minus 20, or directly you can add 10 also here. Plus M3, mass of the vessel not given. Specific capacity of the vessel also not given. That means these two things are unknown. These two things are unknown, and these two things only we have to find. Question says find the heat capacity. Heat capacity formula is mc. So that is c dash into theta 2 value. What is the temperature difference for the vessel? Same. 30 minus 20 only. 30 minus 20. Same thing. Now we will calculate the answer. We cannot cancel 40 50 because there is a plus sign over here. So we will be multiplying this. Or you can add 40 into 4.2, 60 minus 30 gives 30. Here write 50 minus 4.2, 30 minus 20 is 10. C dash, this is coming 10. Let us multiply everything here. This point and 0 will go. Multiply entire thing. 12 to the 24. 5040 is coming here. I'll multiply over here. This will come 2100 plus 10 C1. 5040 minus 2100 is equal to 10 C dash. Subtracting it, you get 0, 4, 2940 is 10 C dash. 0, 0 will go. C dash value is coming 294. So this is answer. What is the unit for C dash? Heat capacity unit is joule per degree Celsius or per Kelvin. Keep the unit here, joules per Kelvin or per degree Celsius. SI unit is joule per Kelvin. So that is the answer. Here M3, C3 both were not given in the question. That is together we have to find. This thing together becomes heat capacity, and that only they are asking in the question to find. So that is the answer. So the idea is wherever container or calorimeter is given, we will consider that particular thing also there. That also will gain heat. There also will be taking. And one thing will be unknown on the way, and we are calculating the value of that particular thing. Now we are doing the one more question on the same page 268, example number 8. Example 8. Example 8. Question says a metal piece of mass, a metal piece of mass 20 gram is heated. A metal piece of mass 20 gram is heated to a constant temperature of 100 degrees Celsius. Constant temperature of 100 degrees Celsius. Full stop. Then it is added in a calorimeter. Then it is added. Then it is added in a calorimeter of mass. Calorimeter of mass 50 gram. 50 gram. And SHC and specific heat capacity 0.42 joule. 0.42 joule per gram per Kelvin. 0.42 joule per gram per Kelvin, comma, containing 50 gram of water. Containing containing 50 gram of water at 20 degrees Celsius. At 20 degrees Celsius. Stop. After stirring the water, after stirring, S-T-I-R-R-I-N-G, after stirring is mixing, after stirring the water, comma, the highest temperature recorded is 22 degrees Celsius, So calculate the SHC of metal, calculate the specific heat capacity of metal. Right, SHC of water equal to, that is given in the question, SHC of water equal to 4.2 joule per gram per Kelvin. 4.2 joule per gram per Kelvin. Okay, that is the question. This time question says there is a metal. We are heating till the temperature of the metal become 100 degrees Celsius. That metal we are putting in a container, calorimeter, which is containing water. What is the temperature of water given in the question? 20 degrees Celsius. That means that water is the cold water. Let us write down information here, right? This is example 8. Hot metal we are having, hot metal. This side will draw calorimeter containing some water. Temperature of hot water given 100 degree. Temperature of cold water in the beginning given 20 degrees Celsius. Mixture we keep in between here. This is mixture. Mixture is there. Temperature of mixture is 22 degrees Celsius. After stirring this metal into this one, after mixing it, temperature is found to be 22 degrees. Highest temperature is that means common temperature is 22 degrees Celsius. We'll make equation here again. Right, heat lost by metal is equal to heat gained by water plus calorimeter. They are using the term calorimeter, so I write that. Calorimeter. Here I write here M1 C1 theta 1. Here I write M2 C2 theta 2. Because things are different. This is metal, this is water. So I will not write the same thing. Here I write here M3 C3 theta 2 only I write. Because whatever happens with this water, same thing will happen with the container or with the calorimeter. Now in this equation, maybe unknown thing is there. The value which is not given, and question must be asking me to find the value of that particular thing. Let us see what are the things given and what we have to find. Mass of the metal given 20 gram, right? 20. C1 is the specific capacity of the metal, that only we have to find. This is not given. Theta 1 is a temperature difference. I will do 100 minus 22. You can do directly or you can show in bracket 100 minus 22. Mass of the cold water. What is the mass of the cold water given? We'll check that. Then it is added in a calorimeter of mass 50 gram. Containing water also 50 gram. M2 is 50 gram. Specific capacity of water is 4.2. Temperature difference is 22 minus 20. 22 minus 20 plus mass of the calorimeter, that is also given 50 gram. Specific heat capacity of the calorimeter is 0.42. Temperature difference will be same, 22 minus 20. Now we will calculate. We will not cancel directly because there is a plus sign in between. So write here 20 into C1. This subtraction will give 78. Here we get 50 into 4.2 into 2. 22 minus 20 is 2. Here I write 50 into 0.42 into 2. Let us multiply. This will be 1560 C1. 52 is 100 into 4.2 will multiply, it will become 420. 100 into this will be 42 only. 1560 C1, adding the 2, 462. C1 value will come 462 by 1560. We will divide and give the answer at least in one decimal place. If you do it, the answer will come nearly 0.3, approximately 0.3 joule per gram per Kelvin. This is the unit we will give, or per degree Celsius we can write. So that is the solution for this question. These type of questions you have in your syllabus. The next class we'll be doing little bit more, one or two more problems, and next class only we'll be starting the last chapter of your syllabus, that is radioactivity. Okay, so today this one. Thank you.